Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Welcome back to the Yaffee program. We are just spreading the truth everywhere. What can I say? Just spreading it out far and wide. We have a lot to get to on the show. It was good to have Hans von Spakovsky on earlier. We will have the legendary Will Hampson on later on. But right now we got Brad Presnall. He is a political consultant, does work for Congressman Dale Strong, Senator Tommy Tuberville, the AEA, and others. Brad, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Yaffee. Good morning.
So, seems like every week you have another highlight from Congressman Dale Strong, something he's doing for North Alabama. So what is it this week?
Absolutely. Thank you, Yaffee. Congressman Strong just moved two major Homeland Security bills through committee. One is called the Safeguards Act, to make sure TSA passenger fees actually go to airport security like they were intended. And the other is the Civil Preparedness for Agro-Terrorism Exercise Act. And that forces nationwide preparedness against all this agro-terrorism that we're facing, so our food supply isn't caught flat-footed. You know, as Chairman Yaffee, Congressman Strong is pushing practical bipartisan steps that strengthen all these things to keep America ready for these emerging threats that we know are coming at some point. It's real work, not headlines, and he's moving every day to provide this protection for people in North Alabama as well as all over the nation. And also, he helped just to move recently the final FY29 defense bill through committee. Major win for national security in North Alabama. Delivers historic investments in missile defense, hypersonics, modernization, defense innovation, all of which run straight through Redstone Arsenal. And this boosts the workforce, strengthens the base, raises pay for service members, and keeps America ahead of all these evolving threats that we talk about all the time. So this is real, tangible work that directly benefits North Alabama and the warfighter. And Yaffee, I think it's notable that Defense Appropriations Chairman Ken Calvert didn't mince words this week when he said Dale Strong has a deep understanding of the warfighter needs and that Strong's advocacy has been a valuable contribution to the committee. So by Calvert crediting Congressman Strong's leadership, that tells you what you need to know. When a chairman singles out one member by name, you actually know who's moving the needle, and that's Congressman Dale Strong.
Yeah, you know, when you're talking about the Safeguards Act, you know, he's really been on the forefront of that, especially when it comes to, say, drone technology. I mean, we're finding how effective drone technology is in war now with Iran, also Ukraine. But it's worrisome because, well, for instance, you had a potential terrorist attack, a potential attack against the UFC event, and they wanted to use drones. So it's good that he's kind of looking into this.
Absolutely, Yaffee. And you know why he does it? Because he listens to people. And when people come up to him and say, Congressman, this is a concern, he makes a note of it, either physically or mentally, and he looks into it. So he's listening to our farmers about all the problems that they worry about our food supply being tainted, our water supply being tainted. Obviously, the drone threat is getting bigger every day. So Congressman Strong listens to people in the 5th Congressional District. And Yaffee, I want to address something else. We are fast coming up on campaign season for the November elections, and Congressman Strong's opponent in this race, he's talking about what he would do if he were congressman and how Congressman Strong actively votes against this district. This is incredible. There's hardly a week that goes by that I am not on your show talking about all the things that Congressman Strong is doing to support the 5th District. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody could do a better or more effective job for us than Dale Strong has proven since day one what he's going to do for the 5th District instead of talking about it. And every day he works harder and harder to provide more and more support for our people in the 5th Congressional District, and nobody's going to do a better job.
Now, is that the Democrat you're talking about that's going to, I mean, I don't think he has a chance anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the reasons you cited. I mean, you are exactly right. Literally every week you're talking about something that he is bringing back to help North Alabama. So you're right on that. I did see as well, I don't know if you saw it, but he posted a video simply encouraging people to get an American flag, to put up an American flag so we could just display more American flags at our houses, places of business, everything else. I thought that was kind of cool.
It's very cool. And I'm old enough to remember, I was very young, but I remember 1976, Yaffee, everything in North Alabama, where, of course, I was raised, was red, white, and blue. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing somebody wearing a flag T-shirt or, Evel Knievel, the daredevil back then. He made his outfit red, white, and blue. The TV shows had red, white, and blue. The patriotism was off the charts. So we need more of that in America now. This is a big deal for us. Our 250th coming up. And I'm like Congressman Strong. I think everybody should have a flag hanging off their house. If you don't have a home, say you live in an apartment or somewhere, you can get a little flag and hang it off your balcony. I mean, we really need to step up for our country, because look at what our country has done for us and allows us to live in the most prosperous and the most free country on the face of the earth.
Speaking with Brad Presnall, he is a political consultant, also does work for Tommy Tuberville, who was our senator, and he is running for governor. He's going to be our next governor, let's be honest here. And Tuberville makes news again, been talking to the media, and he reacted to the Democratic Socialists that are winning in places like New York City, kind of taking over the Democrat Party. And he didn't just call them socialists, he called them communists. What are your thoughts on that, Brad?
That's right, Yaffee. So personally, I've taken some heat here and there from our friends on this side of the political spectrum over the years, especially since I've been on Dale's show and your show, because of my pretty consistent calling Democrats communists over the years. But I'm glad to see that Senator Tuberville is calling them communists now, because people listen to what he has to say. And on primary night, if you watched his speech down at the Vulcan, Yaffee, he referred to the Democrats that hate America as communists. And I'm glad to hear him say it again about these three from New York that Mandami supported and got elected earlier this week. And these people are communists. They want to do away with the free enterprise system. They want price controls. They want government to control everything. They want to take your guns. They want to abolish religion. They want to do away with ICE and the police. They want all of your God-given rights to be done away with. And they want to break down the current system and have total anarchy for you and me to look to them for what they say as gospel, or else. There's no end to what they won't do, Yaffee, unless we have leaders like Senator Tuberville stand up for America and call them for what they are, and he is doing that.
I hear stuff like that. It's very concerning when you see what's going on in the Democrat Party, but man, it makes me thankful that we can do things on the state level to kind of protect ourselves from that. And we can elect the Tommy Tuberville as governor to protect ourselves from what's going on in, say, New York. I mean, the problem is everyone's leaving New York to move to Alabama. Hopefully they don't bring their politics, but it really does, it really does show to be thankful that in America we have the federalist system where you can move to a state, has a little bit more common sense. It can fight back against some of that stuff.
And one thing I will mention, Yaffee, James Carville, the political consultant that came into fame by, maneuvering Bill Clinton's campaign for president back in '96. Many of your listeners know who he is. Yeah. He came on his podcast yesterday, Yaffee, and I was completely surprised when he said, look, these communists, and he called them communists, he said, they don't need to be under the Democrat umbrella. I understand that we're supposed to be a big tent. He said, but I'm not standing under an umbrella with a communist. They don't need to be in this party. And he gave reasons why that they don't need to have them around. And you got to give him credit for that. He's an older school Democrat. And of course, we disagree on most things. But I'm hoping that, normal-headed, I'm doing this in air quotations too, normal-headed Democrats like James Carville starts to push these younger people and said, no, you don't even know the definition of communism. And you're trying to act like one, and you don't even get it. You're completely stupid. And, I would recommend if people could pull that up and watch his podcast from yesterday or listen to it, that he made a lot of good points. And let's hope that some of these Democrats and, the Rahm Emanuels of the world that are starting to rear their head again, talking about running for something, let's hope that they decide that these people need their own party. They can go be the Communist Party of America or whatever, but they don't need to be a part of quote, normal people and normal two-party system in politics that we have in this country.
Yeah, it's interesting. The one person in the actual Democrat Party in Congress that's kind of speaking out against this stuff is John Fetterman. But there's a part of me that thinks that they're not going to keep him in the party, that they're going to primary him, that they might kick him out. Maybe he runs as an independent Do you think it's possible that it's so far gone that even someone, like you said, a level-headed Democrat who doesn't want communists, maybe they can't win?
I think the chickens are coming home to roost, Yaffee, and we have seen for now probably 2 generations that coming up, a lot of the colleges, universities are indoctrinating these young people. When they come there, they really don't have a lot of political leanings, but by the time they graduate or drop out or whatever, they're total anarchists. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them, especially in a lot of these Western and Northeastern universities, feel that way. And these people are getting older now. They're getting where they can run for office. And that's what we're seeing now is a couple of generations of this propaganda saying that, you know what, the government owes you, the people owe you. There shouldn't be things as rich people and billionaires, even though those are the people that create the jobs that allow most of us to have a job. I've never seen a poor person give another poor person a job. It's always the wealthy and the people that are creating these jobs with money that they have made, and they go out on a limb and they risk it by investing it. So I think that's what we're seeing now, Yaffee, is these younger people coming up thinking that there's a better way. And there's not a better way. The better way is free enterprise system in the United States of America. That's why we're the greatest on earth.
Amen. Amen to that. I like that. I think you're exactly right. Brad Presnall, political consultant, does work for Tommy Tuberville. I mean, it seems like that campaign's going well. By the way, Doug Jones is out there trying to make hay, but I don't think it's going anywhere, right?
No, it's not going anywhere, and don't let him fool you. He is part of this far-left group, and when you start seeing the money he's bringing in, just follow the money. He'll take it from those wackos. Don't kid yourself. He is not an old-school Democrat like he acts like he is.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. Unfortunately, you're right. Brad Presnall, really appreciate you coming on the show. As always, my friend, I know we'll talk to you again in the future. Thank
you so much, Yaffee. Appreciate you.
All right, there you go. If you want to react to that, we have our Yaffee text line, 866-494-9866, 866-494-WVNN. Right now, let me tell you about the Huntsville Men's Clinic. You know, they're celebrating their 5-year anniversary, and they're part of the team that's treated Alabama men for things like ED, low testosterone, and more for almost 15 years. Something's changed this past year, though, you need to know about. They have new options, care taken to another level. So you got to go see what's new at the Huntsville Men's Clinic. Now, this wasn't bolted onto a medical practice or something. This is the whole medical practice. Helping men is the entire thing that they do. Yeah, no women. It's just for men, just so you know. And they believe in a difference between men and women, of course, because there is a difference. It's not a franchise, not an add-on. It's urology-based protocols done the right way. Get your testosterone checked and more for only $99 for that first appointment, and you get your numbers in about an hour. So give them a call today, 256-368-0333, or go to the website, HuntsvilleMen'sClinic.com. That's HuntsvilleMen'sClinic.com. When you do, let them know you heard about it from Yaffee. We'll be back in a moment on the Yaffee program.
You're listening to Yaffee on WVNN.
Full Send Golf.
You guys know how much I really, really love golf.
Full Send Golf, 2v2. Me and VOD versus Big John and Kyle. Oh, it feels good to be back on the links with the boys.
Join the party on the golf course.
Oh. Back to golf in a big way. Now what, practice? Let's go hit the range.
I was like, let's go to the range.
We are headed to the golf course. Yo, you want to golf with us?
No.
You don't play golf?
No.
Try. We got to break par.
I'm very, very excited. You excited?
Yeah.
Full Send Golf. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Square up.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's Andre Berto, two-time world champion. Today's guest, NFL legend, media mogul. What's up? Ocho Cinco. What's good, baby? We call them gym fighters. Yeah. These guys are in the gym, they can probably beat the hell out of any world champion you can think of.
Yeah. When that bell rang, and them lights on, you got 10, 15,000 watching. When I stepped in that ring, I think boxing is becoming great again.
Square up.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform. Let's go.